Thanks for staying with the Monday Report. Now, heart disease remains Kenya's leading silent killer, claiming thousands of lives every year, often with no warning signs. According to the Ministry of Health, 1 in every 10 deaths in the country is linked to a heart-related condition, a growing crisis that is now hitting younger adults. As the world marks World Heart Day, the spotlight now turns to the life-saving power of early screening and simple lifestyle changes. Lillian Muli speaks to a young mother who was diagnosed with cardiovascular disease while pregnant, and a discovery that came just in time to save not only her life but also that of her unborn child.
Many Kenyans are unknowingly living with risk factors for cardiovascular disease, a ticking time bomb in the body. The pictures hanging on this wall are those of a young family. In the picture, a young mother wears the smile of a heart disease warrior, even as she painfully recalls the shocking diagnosis that her heart was not well.
My journey began unknowingly with my first child. So when I was expectant with her, I would get shortness of breath, I would have fatigue, but I actually thought that is normal symptom of the pregnancy. That was until I got pregnant with my second. The symptoms were quite major. So during my normal ENC, the doctor was listening to the baby. He felt a heart murmur in my heart. Given the severity of the murmur, he advised I go to and visit a cardiologist. So they diagnosed me with a severe mitral stenosis. I would actually get a heart attack anytime.
Juliet's case is not unique to her. Most people with cardiovascular disease ignore early symptoms.
The first thing that came to my mind was, what will happen to my unborn baby? And I had another baby at home who was 5 years by then. And the thought of me leaving them and my husband, I think that is what struck me the most.
After the medical consultation, Juliet took the necessary therapeutic measures.
When I was diagnosed, I was immediately put on some injections. Usually they work like, they thin the blood and so that you cannot get clots on your heart. 2 months after the baby was born, I was just here in the house and I began getting shortness of breath. So we went to surgery and I'll say about 7 or 8 hours later, it was successful.
Juliet's case is similar to that of many other expectant mothers.
Pregnancy is a stress test for the cardiovascular health or cardiovascular status of a woman. If we look at how pregnancy changes the physiology of anybody, it's that you have an increase of the volume that is circulating through the bloodstream of up to 50%. And so anything that was masked, it was hiding, then it becomes more obvious because it's like, stressing the heart and the cardiovascular system to work a lot. So we know valvular diseases like the case study you had that was there and it was not known because someone was not feeling anything, then they become symptomatic, as you would say. Some things like heart failure caused by pregnancy, which is peripartum cardiomyopathy, will then become more obvious then. We are looking at cardiovascular disease being the number 2 killer of women during pregnancy.
Hypertension, often referred to as a silent killer, is one of the leading risk factors for cardiovascular disease.
1 out of 4 Kenyans, adult Kenyans, have hypertension. Early detection then means, 1, we have to create lots of awareness, and early screening, because we need to screen. It's just knowing numbers, know your cholesterol level, know your blood sugar level, know your blood pressure levels, and it's just things that are very quick to do and they make a big, big difference.
Cardiologists say most cardiovascular diseases can be prevented through risk control, including tobacco use, unhealthy diets, obesity, and physical inactivity.
We're using more polysaturated fats to make our meals. And the style of cooking, the type of food we eat, and even just being sedentary is all contributing to a very high increment on the level of dyslipidemia, as we call it in cardiovascular medicine, but really high cholesterol. And this is a big concern because you won't feel any symptoms. You're just walking around and your cholesterol is up and it's just clogging into your arteries.
This year's World Heart Day theme is Don't Skip a Beat, a powerful call not to ignore symptoms, not to delay lifestyle changes, and not to postpone preventive care.
Myth number 1, heart disease is only for old people. Wrong. Heart disease can affect anyone through the life of any human being, male or female. 2, risk factors only come with age. Myself, I had hypertension through my pregnancy, and having been someone who had preeclampsia, I know that every risk counts, and every risk should not be overlooked. It should be taken care of. The other thing is that a lot of time we think that chest pain is muscular pain. Anyone can get a heart attack. And I think sometimes it's important to differentiate between a heart attack and a cardiac arrest. As people like heart attack and cardiac arrest, they're two different things. Cardiac arrest is the end process of, before someone dies, but heart attack is when an artery blocks.
That's the octopus eye.
Early intervention is critical. Today, Juliet is a heart ambassador who is passionate about empowering people through the story of her heart.
The heart is the central point of anyone. Going to get checked is so important. Majorly, my life is back to normal, although I'm also careful not to do things that may strain me so much.
For a healthy heart, you will need to lose those cigarettes, lose junk food, go easy on the alcohol, and take a walk occasionally. Lillian Muli, Citizen TV.